What does it mean to be authentic in relationships? This question dances at the heart of our pursuit for love, an exploration that often leads women to wear various masks, carefully crafted personas that fit yet another's expectations. But perhaps true connection isn't about fitting in. It's about standing out as our sincere selves. What if embracing our authenticity, our quirks, dreams, and even our flaws is actually the gateway to the deepest relationships we crave? To illustrate this, let's wander through the story of Sarah, a woman who for years felt adrift in her romantic life. Each time she entered a new relationship, she instinctively adjusted her behavior, interests, and even her passions to mirror those of her partner. At first, it seemed to work. She came to enjoy the things they liked, the places they frequented, and the experiences they shared. But over time, something felt amiss. A gentle tug at her heart whispered, "This isn't truly you, Sarah." It was a longing for authenticity that never faded. In a world where society often underscores the importance of being agreeable, accommodating, or fitting a certain mold, it's easy to understand how many women, like Sarah, become chameleons in relationships. The pursuit of acceptance and love can cause us to abandon aspects of ourselves that are uniquely ours. Do we lose ourselves thinking this is the key to deeper connections? Alan Watts often touched on the idea that a river flows effortlessly, twisting and turning, never trying to be anything other than itself. Similarly, when we allow ourselves to flow, when we embrace who we are with all our imperfections, we create a current that invites others to join us. Authenticity radiates a warmth that draws connections closer, much like the sun inviting flowers to bloom. So why not ask yourself, when was the last time you allowed your true self to shine? Vulnerability, a word that often evokes fear, actually holds immense power. When we reveal our true selves, sharing our struggles and imperfections, we open the door for rare human connection. Think of Marissa, a friend who, after years of wearing her mask, finally decided to share her battles with anxiety. Rather than isolating her, this act of openness deepened her friendships, inviting others to share their own burdens. Suddenly, the conversation became a two-way street built on trust, empathy, and genuine understanding. Could the beauty in our flaws act as the bridge to connection? Societal pressures may urge us to present a polished facade, but let's shift our gaze inward and explore what accepting our authenticity looks like. It's about understanding our vulnerabilities, not as weaknesses, but as strengths. Consider the fact that many of the relationships you cherish may be threads woven with moments of sincerity and honesty shared in dark times. Isn't it fascinating how those shared moments of vulnerability often solidify bonds that withstand the tests of time? So, as you reflect on your own relationships, ponder this. What masks are you wearing? Are they shielding you from the world, or are they hindering meaningful connections? The path to authenticity is not without its bumps. It requires courage and, at times, the willingness to show our true colors, even when the light feels a little dim. As we embark on this journey toward authenticity, let's reclaim our power. Embracing who we are can open the floodgates to deeper relationships, where love flows freely and genuinely. So, are we ready to take off those masks? Can we invite ourselves to celebrate the unparalleled beauty in our authenticity? I invite you to reflect on this question. How might being true to yourself transform not only your relationships, but the way you view yourself? Join me in the next section as we delve deeper into understanding the illusion of the ego and how seeking validation can dim our own light. Remember, your authentic journey has the power to reshape your connections profoundly. So let's continue exploring together, nurturing the seeds of self-acceptance. Subscribe to the channel and engage with us as we unveil the layers of love that begin with embracing our true selves. The illusion of the ego. Are you living for others' approval? As we journey through the intricate landscape of relationships, this question emerges like a gentle breeze, beckoning us to pause and reflect. Alan Watts eloquently articulated the concept of the ego as an illusion, a construct that often convinces us that our worth is tied to external validation. This very illusion can lead us to suppress our true selves as we navigate the delicate dance of approval seeking. Have you ever caught yourself dimming your own light to fit into someone else's world? Picture this scene. You're at a party, surrounded by laughter and animated conversations, yet you feel a sense of disconnection. Everyone is chatting about their recent accomplishments, their exciting plans, and their perfectly curated lives on social media. You smile and nod, sharing only the fragments of yourself that you think will be well received. But inside, a soft voice whispers, "This isn't you." Why do we allow the expectations of others to dictate our self-worth? The world often encourages us to wear our best selves like a badge, but in doing so, we may be building prisons around our true identities. The ego can trick us into believing that being liked or accepted is paramount, often at the expense of our authenticity. How many times, for instance, have you agreed to plans that didn't excite you simply to maintain the peace, to stay liked, or to avoid conflict? What if this urge to please creates a distance between who you truly are and who you present to the world? Watts reminds us that the ego is like a mask we wear, obscuring our true essence beneath layers of societal expectations and conditioning. It's no longer about celebrating our individuality. Instead, our focus shifts towards becoming a living reflection of what others desire. The irony here is profound. By seeking validation from others, we become spectators of our own lives, stripped of the vibrant colors of our true selves. Imagine standing by a lake, watching its surface shimmer under the sun. The water reflects the sky above, the trees nearby, and the clouds drifting lazily. But what happens when a stone is thrown into the lake? The serene reflection shatters, and in that moment, we see movement, life, and beauty beneath the surface. Our true selves often lie just beneath the ego surface, a quiet place where authenticity awaits. Could it be that by simply acknowledging our existence rather than seeking approval, we allow that beauty to ripple outward? Instead of chasing after approval, let's explore the art of self-love. This isn't merely about treating yourself to a spa day or indulging in your favorite dessert. It's about cultivating a deep-seated belief in your worth, independent of external validation. Have you ever taken a moment to celebrate your achievements, no matter how small? This act can serve as an antidote to the illusion of the ego. Begin each day by acknowledging your strengths, embracing the quirks that make you unique, and recognizing your journey without comparing it to others. As we venture further into the realm of self-love, think about the beauty of giving yourself permission to exist without the weight of expectations. What if, instead of molding yourself to fit in with others, you allowed yourself the freedom to express what truly resonates within you? This liberation often shines brightest in relationships, allowing them to become mirrors reflecting our authentic selves back to us. Let's take a moment to consider the transformative power of releasing the need for approval. Imagine yourself walking into a room filled with people, and instead of seeking out familiar faces, you stand tall in your uniqueness. You share your thoughts and feelings openly, even if they stray from the conversation's current topic. In that moment, you create a space for genuine connection, a place where others feel free to be themselves. Isn't it fascinating how authenticity can inspire others to drop their own masks? As we delve deeper into the art of self-acceptance, reflect on this. Are you ready to peel away the layers of the ego and embrace the woven tapestry of your true self? In the next section, we'll explore vulnerability, not as a weakness, but as a powerful source of authentic connection. Together, we'll uncover how embracing vulnerability can enrich our relationships and foster trust like nothing else. So let's continue this exploration, inviting the beauty of our authentic selves to flourish. If you haven't already, subscribe to our channel and join in as we unveil the path to vulnerability and genuine connection. Your journey toward authenticity is only just beginning. Embracing vulnerability, the power of authentic connections. In a world that often equates vulnerability with weakness, it's time we shift our perception. Vulnerability is not a flaw. Rather, it's a powerful conduit for genuine connections, an essential thread woven into the fabric of trust and intimacy in our relationships. So, how can we begin to see vulnerability not as something to fear, but as a profound strength that invites deeper connections into our lives? Imagine for a moment standing on the edge of a beautiful cliff, overlooking the vast ocean. The waves crash against the rocks below, their rhythm a reminder of the inherent strength in their ebb and flow. Much like the ocean, our vulnerability allows us to connect deeply with others. It brings with it a raw, unfiltered authenticity. When we share our struggles, fears, and true selves, we invite others into our unique narratives and create a space where genuine bonds can flourish. Take the story of Emily, for instance. For years, she had been a staunch believer in positivity at all costs, often hiding her insecurities behind a smile that seemed to radiate light. But as her relationship deepened with Tom, she found herself yearning for something more profound than surface-level connection. One evening, feeling a spark of courage, she opened up about her previous struggles with self-doubt and anxiety. To her surprise, Tom shared his own vulnerabilities, creating an atmosphere of mutual trust that had been absent before. In those moments of authenticity, Emily discovered a strength she never knew she had, and their bond solidified, anchored not in perfection, but in honesty. What if we reframed the way we perceive vulnerability? Instead of viewing it as a potential risk, let's see it as a gift we give to ourselves and to others. When we unveil our true selves, complete with flaws and fears, we create an invitation for others to do the same. This mutual exchange of authenticity cultivates deeper relationships that are rooted in trust, loyalty, and understanding. Why do we shy away from engaging in such exchanges? What if your willingness to share could be the very thing that leads to richer connections? Consider this. When you reveal pieces of your authentic self, you offer others the opportunity to step out from behind their own walls. The act of being honest about our personal struggles can resonate deeply with others, enabling them to shed their own facades. How often have you found comfort in someone else's vulnerability? Could it be that by showing your true colors, you're granting others the same freedom? Let's take a moment to reflect on practical ways to embrace vulnerability in our daily interactions. Start small. It could be as simple as sharing a personal belief or a fear that you typically keep hidden. Perhaps it means confessing to a friend that you're feeling overwhelmed. Notice how those seemingly minor revelations can shift the dynamics of your relationships, gradually inviting deeper understanding and empathy into the mix. Now, think about your closest friendships. Are they built on a foundation of shared vulnerabilities? Often, it's during the times we allow ourselves to be imperfect, the times we share our journeys through difficult periods, that the strongest bonds form. And in those moments, it's as if we're lighting a path together. Picture a forest on a dark night. When one person shines a flashlight, others can see the way forward, creating a shared experience of walking together through life's twists and turns. Alan Watts once compared human beings to waves in the ocean, each wave distinct yet an integral part of the same body of water. If we can allow ourselves to be vulnerable, we learn to navigate the currents of connection with others. By embracing our own vulnerabilities, we become more empathetic, more aware, and ultimately more connected to those around us. So I invite you to ask yourself, are you ready to share your true self, acknowledging both your strengths and your struggles? As we conclude this exploration of vulnerability, I encourage you to embrace the power of showing up authentically. In our next section, we will uncover the idea of cultivating a magnetic presence and how self-love can attract enriching relationships into your life. Are you ready to discover how honoring your individuality can become a beacon for genuine connections? Subscribe to our channel as we continue this journey together, unveiling the layers on love and authenticity that await. Your path to deeper connections begins with the courage to embrace your vulnerable self. Cultivating a magnetic presence, how self-love attracts enriching relationships. Imagine walking into a room filled with energy where you can feel the vibrations of laughter, warmth, and connection. It's almost as if certain people in this gathering radiate a light that draws others in like moths to a flame. What's the secret behind this magnetic presence? The answer often lies in the foundation of self-love, the ability to appreciate our own worth, which transforms not only ourselves, but also the relationships we cultivate. When we take the time to nurture our inner selves, we begin to emanate a sense of confidence and acceptance that naturally attracts others. Alan Watts described this phenomenon beautifully, suggesting that when we learn to embrace our individual experiences, we invite others to engage with us as they are, authentically and without pretense. But how can we actively cultivate this magnetic presence in our lives? Start by approaching yourself with kindness and care. Self-love is not simply about treating yourself to a spa day or indulging in your favorite dessert, though those things can certainly bring joy. It's about fostering a deep understanding of your own worth and acknowledging that you are inherently deserving of love and respect. Reflect on your qualities and achievements, no matter how small. Have you taken time recently to appreciate the unique facets of who you are? This practice of self-acceptance can create a strong foundation from which authenticity flourishes. It is crucial to understand that cultivating a magnetic presence isn't about being extroverted or seeking outside validation. It's about knowing that your presence alone adds value, much like a tree standing tall against the sky. Picture an old oak tree, its branches spreading wide. This sense of groundedness and strength comes from years of experience, deep roots, and exposure to the elements. Similarly, when we embrace our individuality and our stories, we ground ourselves in authenticity and draw others into our lives with a powerful, welcoming energy. Now consider the impact of setting healthy boundaries. Self-love also means knowing where you end and others begin. Establishing these boundaries is an essential aspect of nurturing your well-being while fostering healthier relationships. Think about it. Have you ever felt exhausted by giving too much of yourself to others, neglecting your own needs in the process? By creating respectful limits, you signal to the universe that you value yourself, which consequently attracts relationships that value you too. In our quest to cultivate a magnetic presence, let's not forget the importance of intention. Make it a daily practice to center your thoughts around positivity, gratitude, and empowerment. Begin each day with affirmations that resonate with the beautiful person you are. Consider phrases like, I am worthy of love, or I attract positive and enriching relationships. As these affirmations become an integral part of your daily routine, you might just find that your outlook begins to shift, illuminating the world around you. Now, think about your social interactions. How do you present yourself when meeting new people? Do you walk in with your head held high, confident in your skin? Or do you shrink back, worrying about others' perceptions? By embracing self-love and understanding your unique personality, you naturally exude a welcoming presence. Your energy can become a beacon that invites other like-minded souls into your circle. Imagine standing in a beautiful garden. Those who resonate with your essence will be the ones who are drawn to the vibrancy and authenticity that you share. As we delve even deeper, let's explore the concept of vulnerability as a vital complement to self-love. When you are grounded in your sense of self-worth, you will find that embracing vulnerability becomes an enriching experience rather than a fearful one. By acknowledging your imperfections, you demonstrate that it's okay for others to let down their guards, leading to the formation of genuine connections. So, I ask, how can you embody this magnetic presence in your daily life? What daily rituals can help you express self-love, allowing you to radiate that energy and attract enriching relationships? Can you take small, step-by-step actions that reinforce your sense of worth and purpose? As we wrap up this exploration of cultivating a magnetic presence, I encourage you to reflect on the power of self-love in your journey toward deeper connections. In our next section, we will discuss the profound impact of gratitude, how it shapes our perspectives, enriches our relationships, and fosters positivity in our lives. If you haven't yet, subscribe to our channel and let's continue weaving the narrative of love, authenticity, and connection together. Remember, your magnetic presence is just waiting to shine in all its brilliance. The profound impact of gratitude, shaping our perspectives and enriching our relationships. How often do we pause to appreciate what we have instead of focusing on what we lack? Gratitude is more than just an emotion. It's a transformative practice that can open our hearts and deepen our connections to ourselves and others. Imagine walking through a park on a sunny day, the sounds of laughter and nature surrounding you. As you appreciate the beauty around you, you shift your focus away from daily stressors and instead acknowledge life's simple joys. That moment of gratitude not only uplifts your spirit, but also enhances your ability to connect with those nearby. In essence, gratitude grounds us and enriches our relationships. Research shows that those who practice gratitude regularly experience higher levels of emotional well-being and develop healthier interpersonal connections. When we express appreciation for those around us, we create a feedback loop of positivity. This cycle fosters deeper bonds, making appreciation a vital practice in our daily lives. So, how can we incorporate gratitude into our routines in a meaningful way? One effective method is to start a gratitude journal. Each evening, jot down 3 things you are thankful for that day, whether that's a warm conversation with a friend or a moment of personal achievement. This practice not only shifts your mindset from scarcity to abundance, but also trains you to focus on the positives, no matter how small they may be. How often do you reflect on your daily experiences with an appreciative eye? Expressing gratitude in our relationships is equally vital. Think back to a time when someone significantly impacted your life, a friend who supported you, or a family member who was always there. Have you taken a moment to let them know how much you appreciate them? A simple, heartfelt message or gesture can strengthen your bond, reinforcing that love and appreciation are shared. Alan Watts eloquently stated that life is a shared experience, and when we express gratitude, we acknowledge our interconnectedness. Consider this. What would your relationships look like if you made a habit of expressing gratitude? Wouldn't that create an atmosphere rich in support and understanding? When facing challenges, gratitude can also be a powerful ally. While it's easy to feel overwhelmed by obstacles, focusing on what you're grateful for can shift your perspective. This shift helps you view challenges as opportunities for growth, inviting resilience into your journey. Have you noticed how a focus on gratitude can illuminate even the darkest moments? Let's not forget the impact of daily gratitude in our interactions. How often do you acknowledge the little things, like the barista who serves your coffee with a smile or a colleague who lends a hand? Recognizing these acts of kindness fosters an environment of appreciation, encouraging others to feel valued. Imagine the ripple effect this could create in your community. Gratitude is not just a one-way street. It fosters emotional intelligence and empathy. When we express appreciation, we enhance our capacity to understand and support those around us. As we deepen our connections through gratitude, our relationships blossom into ones that are rich in trust, love, and authenticity. As we think about the power of gratitude, I encourage you to reflect on these questions. What moments in your daily life fill you with joy? How can you integrate gratitude into your routine to connect with others on a deeper level? Is there someone in your life you can express appreciation to today? As we conclude this exploration of gratitude, I invite you to carry this practice into your everyday life. In our next section, we'll discuss how embracing the present moment can further enhance our relationships and contribute to our authentic selves. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and let's continue this journey together, exploring love, appreciation, and connection in all their beautiful forms. Remember, gratitude is not just a feeling, it's a pathway to a more fulfilling existence. Embracing the present moment, a key to enriching our relationships and authenticity. In our fast-paced world, where distractions abound and the future often looms large, it's easy to overlook the beauty of the here and now. However, by cultivating mindfulness and presence, we can deepen our connections with ourselves and those around us. Consider how often you find yourself physically in one place while your mind wanders elsewhere. Maybe you're in a meeting, yet your thoughts drift to a million tasks on your to-do list. Or perhaps you're out with friends, but your focus is on your phone rather than the laughter and joy unfolding around you. This disconnect not only diminishes our experiences, but it also impedes our ability to nurture meaningful relationships. Alan Watts highlighted the importance of being present, illustrating that life flows like a river, constantly changing, ever moving. If we get caught up in regrets about the past or anxieties about the future, we miss the living essence of our experiences. So, let's explore how embracing the present can invigorate our relationships and reveal our authentic selves. Start with simple mindfulness practices. Set aside time each day to reflect and engage with your surroundings. It could be as easy as taking a walk and tuning into the sounds, sights, and sensations filling your environment. As you immerse yourself in the present, notice how your thoughts settle and become clear, creating space for genuine connection. How often do you allow yourself to be fully present in moments that matter? Let's put this into practice during social interactions. Imagine sitting across from a friend over coffee, and instead of worrying about what to say next, truly focus on their words, expressions, and feelings. When you listen deeply, you validate their experience and strengthen your bond. This level of presence sends a message that you care for them and for the relationship you share. In this mutual exchange of attention and understanding, connections flourish. As we practice mindfulness, we not only nurture our relationships, but we also get closer to our authentic selves. By consciously embracing the present, we can peel back the layers of societal expectations and fears, revealing our true essence. Consider how you express yourself in everyday situations. Are you being your true self, or do you sometimes conform to fit others' perceptions? The beauty of presence lies in understanding who you are beyond those masks, allowing your individuality to shine through. Moreover, embracing the present moment helps us navigate conflicts gracefully. Instead of reacting impulsively, being mindful allows you to approach disagreements with compassion. You create space to understand different perspectives, leading to resolutions that honor both your needs and those of others. Reflect on the last argument or misunderstanding you encountered. How might presence have altered its outcome? Let's also consider our relationship with ourselves. How often do you engage in positive self-talk? By being present with your thoughts, you can identify negative patterns and replace them with loving affirmations. Prompt yourself to ask, what can I appreciate about myself right now? These reflections foster a nurturing relationship with yourself, creating a foundation upon which healthy connections can grow. Embracing the present moment can be a source of joy and inspiration, particularly when we engage in activities that spark our passions. Have you ever noticed how time seems to stand still when you're doing something you love? When we sink into those moments, we celebrate life's richness. Sharing these authentic activities with others not only brings happiness to our lives, but also strengthens our connections. How can you invite loved ones to join you in pursuits that ignite your spirit? As we contemplate the significance of presence in our relationships, I invite you to reflect on these questions. What practices can you implement to be more present in your daily life? How might this presence enhance your relationships with those around you? Can you think of a small action today that allows you to fully embrace the moment? As we conclude this exploration of the present moment, I encourage you to make mindfulness a priority in your life. In our next section, we will uncover the transformative power of compassion, how it enriches our understanding of ourselves and deepens our relationships with others. Remember, the present moment is a precious gift. Let's cherish it together and commit to nurturing our connections. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel as we journey onward, discovering the layers of love and compassion that await us on this path of authenticity and connection. Embracing the transformative power of compassion, an essential element in deepening our understanding of ourselves and enriching our relationships. Compassion goes beyond mere sympathy. It invites us to cultivate empathy, to walk alongside another person in their pain and joy. It's about recognizing our shared humanity and responding with kindness and understanding, both to others and to ourselves. In our day-to-day lives, we often face challenges that demand both self-compassion and compassion for those around us. Consider a moment when you or someone close to you was feeling low. Did you offer yourself gentle words of encouragement, or did you instead succumb to harsh self-talk? This is where compassion becomes a sanctuary, a soft place to land when the weight of life becomes heavy. Alan Watts often spoke about the interconnectedness of all beings, suggesting that when we uplift others, we naturally elevate ourselves. Picture a bright, interconnected web. Each thread represents a relationship, and when one thread thrives, it nourishes others. So how do we cultivate this web of compassion in our lives? Start with self-compassion. Acknowledge that it's okay to struggle, to feel overwhelmed, or to simply have a bad day. Allow yourself to feel without judgment. What if you treated yourself like you would treat a dear friend in a similar situation? Give yourself the same kindness and support you would offer them. Reflect on this. What are you most critical about regarding yourself, and how can you reframe that into a more compassionate perspective? Now, let's extend that compassion to others. It can begin with small gestures, smiling at a stranger, lending a listening ear to a friend, or even offering a helping hand. These acts of kindness ripple out, creating an environment of empathy and understanding. Consider moments in your life when kindness from others had a profound impact on you. How did it make you feel? When we extend compassion outward, we encourage a culture of support that benefits everyone. Compassion also plays a crucial role in resolving conflicts and misunderstandings. Think back to a disagreement with someone close to you. If we approach conflict with an open heart and listen deeply with compassion rather than defensiveness, we pave the way for healing conversations and lasting resolutions. How would it change your interactions if you approached each argument with the intent to understand rather than to win? Another beautiful aspect of compassion is its ability to connect us in our differences and our similarities. When we share our stories, we often find common ground, even in the most unlikely of places. Sharing vulnerabilities can create profound connections, reminding us that we are all navigating this journey together. Take a moment to think, when was the last time you shared a part of yourself with someone else? What did it feel like to be seen? Moreover, compassion can be a powerful antidote to feelings of isolation. In moments when we feel alone, remembering that others share similar struggles can create a strong sense of belonging. Can you imagine how empowering it is to know that your experiences resonate with someone else? When we open up to compassion, we gift ourselves and others the treasure of connection. Let's also remember that compassion is not just an emotion, it's a practice. Each day offers us countless opportunities to be compassionate toward ourselves and others. Challenge yourself to perform one intentional act of compassion every day, whether it's reaching out to a friend, practicing self-love, or volunteering your time. How would it feel to make compassion a core value in your life? As we conclude our exploration of compassion, I encourage you to reflect on these questions. What does compassion look like in your life? How can you foster self-compassion amidst challenges? What small action can you take today to extend compassion to someone else? In our final moments together, let's embrace the idea that compassion is a transformative force. As we carry this practice into our daily life, we invite greater joy, understanding, and connection. Remember, kindness is contagious. It starts with each of us and can create a ripple effect in our relationships and beyond. Thank you for accompanying me on this journey of self-discovery and connection. If you found value in our exploration of love, gratitude, presence, and compassion, please subscribe to our channel. Together, let's continue to cultivate awareness, compassion, and authenticity in our lives, creating a beautiful tapestry of connection. Your journey is a precious one, and each step you take amplifies the light you share with the world.